We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of 2 Cents Plus, and I am freaking excited. I had no idea that they would be releasing a demo for the new Resident Evil 2 game this early, but it's going to be coming out very soon, in about 3 days actually, on the 11th. That's a day after me and Squishy have to go to the doctor to check on the baby and make sure that everything's okay. And I'm pumped. The new trailer right now is playing for it, and it's showing that it's a 30-minute demo for you to kind of go in, and I'm guessing you can kind of do whatever you want up until, you know, the allotted time is over, so that gives you plenty of time to look around and check things out and explore a bit. And I am super excited, super ridiculously excited. I cannot wait to play this game. Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, really. Like, it is a masterpiece of a game, and I love it so much. But I wanted to talk about in this video some of the things that I'm really anticipating, or just things that I want to see in general in the game, or don't want to see, for that matter. Because this game, it's gonna like, I've been asking for this for so long. Like, a lot of people don't really understand or can't fully comprehend how important this game is to me. Like, this game is like my Kingdom Hearts, like what everybody else has been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for, and there are some things that I'm really looking forward to. First thing is the death scenes. Resident Evil has been notorious for its death scenes, and there has been really no other Resident Evil other than maybe 4, which once again is another Leon Resident Evil game, that has done the death scenes in the game any real justice. The gore and the blood and shit is what I really play for. Like, you know, that's what keeps things interesting, and it adds that layer of, holy fuck, dude, I need to not die because it's going to be horrific if I do. A lot of the other games kind of opted for that, you know, when you take that last bite from a zombie, you just like fall down on the ground, and then it's like you're dead, or they'll show just maybe a glimpse of the zombies like fucking tearing you apart, and then they kind of shied away from it, and I didn't really like that too much. Resident Evil 2 really spoiled me with those death scenes, because it made dying feel like meaningful. Like, it put some fear into your heart, and you're like, holy shit, I don't want to see that again. I need to be careful. And I really, really appreciated that. So, good death scenes. I want to see minimal QTEs, if none. I highly doubt we're going to see none. But that would be really nice if I could see as few QTEs as possible. I do not want the difficulty of this game to hinge on whether or not there are QuickTime events, because that will just destroy the whole experience for me. I don't care how beautiful this game is or how good it looks. That'll ruin it for me. Just those constant QTEs that'll ruin it. Ruin my entire experience. So I'm really, really hoping that isn't the case. Another thing I'm looking for is to see more of the Raccoon City Police Department. There's so many different locales and so many different places, either out on the street or just in the police department, that we could not see, I'm sure, and there has to be much more that they could show us. So being able to see all the locales and the areas that I'm already used to seeing, the stuff that I'm already familiar with, seeing that stuff, and you know, being able to see more and explore more and check out other places that I've never seen before. That's the stuff that I'm getting super excited about. That is, because it's that nostalgia factor that, you know, that I know this, I've seen this, I understand what's going on here, but adding that extra layer on top of it and not making this the same experience, because they reiterated a few times that this isn't just a remake. This isn't, you know, just them taking that old game and turning it into, you know, a high definition, you know, rehash of an experience that you've already had. Like, I want something new, but I also want it to be familiar, and that's what it looks like this game is going for. There's a lot of familiar faces, a lot of characters that I've seen before, a lot of characters that seems like are going to be in this game that are from the Resident Evil Outbreak universe, which I have a deep love for that game. And I hope this kind of propels Resident Evil back into the light, so that way maybe in the future we can get another Resident Evil Outbreak, because I was heartbroken when they canceled the third one, because the first two were so good to me, even though the second one was kind of like an expansion for the most part. I really enjoyed those games. Another thing I'm looking forward to is really awesome and worthwhile completion bonuses. I want to see some completion bonuses in this game that make it worth it to replay the game over and over again. Similar to what there was in the original Resident Evil, there was new game modes and weapons with infinite ammo and all kinds of crazy stuff that you can unlock for beating the game and going that extra mile to complete it. I'd like to see that, because that's an art that's kind of dying. Actually rewarding people for beating your game all the way through is something that a lot of developers seem to be moving away from, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, because they're just like, well, why give them the chance to earn it when we can just force them to buy it in DLC, which is a horrible mindset to have, but unfortunately that's the way that we're moving. But anyway, last but not least, the thing that I am anticipating the most is I'm hoping that this game has a good soundtrack. I'm hoping they can bring forth a soundtrack that was at least comparable to the original. I know if you buy like the special edition or whatever, you have access to the original soundtrack, but new game, I want to be able to have access to a newer soundtrack, something that has the same effect but has their own kind of new modern flair to it. Because I mean, if I have to revert back to the old soundtrack, I will, but I kind of don't want to. I'd like to experience this game exactly the way that they intended. But man, it's gonna be difficult to beat that old soundtrack, because it was the shit. But yeah, this game, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it to come out. I will be streaming this 100% all the way through. I don't know if I'll be 100%ing the game, like collecting literally everything there is to collect in it and all that stuff, but I will be playing this from beginning to finish, so be on the lookout. I will be playing the demo on the 11th, so also be on the lookout for that. The game, I believe the official release date is the 29th. I could be wrong, I have to check again. But yes, be looking for content for this game in the near future, because it is happening and I cannot wait. Thank you guys for watching as usual. Be sure to hit that like button if you liked the video, hit that dislike button if you didn't. Share with me your experiences with Resident Evil, and if you feel the same way that I do, or if you don't give a shit about Resident Evil, tell me what it is you're excited for to come out this year. Other than that, guys, I'll see you on the next one.